Welcome to your best post show ever, brought to you by the good folks at Twisted Tea. I asked for the fans to actually show up last week. Now, we're in an hour delay compared to a normal race schedule today, so it's actually 7:30, and I'm proud to say that 4 fans showed up. 4 fans showed up. We're a far cry from where we were pre-COVID, but we're getting there. You guys in? Oh, boy, we got more. Yeah, get back there, and then we got Twisted Tea. I'm offering you Twisted Tea if you want to come hang out with us. Get in here with the dog. So let's review the day, and we'll get some more analysis coming in a second. But, hey, Ken Roczen made some bold claims in an Instagram post about a month before the series started. It was weird. I actually had interviewed him for a podcast like right before he posted that. He's very humble in the interview. And then it's like a F-bomb-laced Instagram post saying, I'm not giving up. I'm working harder than ever. And I got to say, when Eli Tomac caught him in the second moto, I don't think there was a single person here at Thunder Valley that didn't think that Tomac was going to get him. And Roczen fended him off, and Roczen dug deep, and Roczen did all the things he said he was going to do, and he was rewarded because his teammate Chase Sexton crashed with like 4 turns to go, and it led Roczen to get the overall win. Had he not held off Tomac, it wouldn't have held. So congrats to Ken Roczen, and we got ourselves a contender because we got 3 different winners in the first 3 rounds, and you know Tomac's going to get an overall soon. So how about that? So that's really exciting. 250 class. Jett Lawrence, again, not the best guy today, but again, the overall winner. Amazing. So let's get to our post-race press conferences and hear from our top riders today and their take on it.
Yeah, my starts were very subpar today. I think I was probably about 10th to 12th both motos, which is not great. So I had my work cut out for me. This first moto, it was really muddy, and I ran out of tear-offs like before halfway, so it was like wiping my goggles, and that was kind of a struggle. But second moto was, minus that last lap mistake, was probably one of my best motos of the season. So besides that, I mean, we're in a good spot. It's been fun racing these guys, and overall, I feel like mentally I'm in a different spot than I've been on the 450. So it's been really good. Gonna take that last moto and try and build off it, and look forward to High Point.
Moto 1, it was great for us. At the beginning, though, I was a little bit slow. Chase got by me at one point. I was a little bit worried about that, and then kind of just sat there for a few laps and tried to regroup and figure some lines out, and then just was able to move forward. So that was by far my best first moto of the year. So that was nice to get a good first moto going there, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
My whole day was actually pretty awesome. We made some changes to the bike this week, and that seemed to help me out, especially with the tracks getting so rough and bumpy and hard packed in some areas. They obviously laid down some wood chips, which I'm normally not a fan of because it doesn't really have much hold up and it just gets kind of sloppy. And but yeah, I mean, we fought back hard this weekend. Both of my starts were really good. I may not be the absolute fastest at this point, but we're making improvements on the bike, and that seems to gel with me. So I really just want to, no matter what the situation is, put up a fight every single weekend. That's exactly what I've done today. I think, did I get second in the first one? Or third? Yeah, I think I got second. So, and then in the second moto, I had a really amazing battle with Eli, and obviously we always ride fair, so I've had a lot of battles with him, and it was just a super good time. Obviously, it was late in the moto, and I just wanted to hang in there. And then, unfortunately, for Chase, he went down there, but I'll take it. If I wouldn't have put up the fight, I still wouldn't have gotten the overall, and that's what I did, and I kind of got that one handed to me, but it was all about the effort that we were giving, so super happy with how today ended up, and yeah, we're going to build every single weekend and every week to try to get come to the weekend better than we did the week before, so I really can't complain. I'm totally over the moon for having an overall.
Yeah, it's obviously helped getting really good starts today, and I didn't think my sprint speed was that great today because Levi and Hunter both got me out. So I mean, I put a bit of a charge to see if I can maybe break him. I knew Hunter's going to be a little bit harder because of his fitness, but we're both with the same thing, so I was kind of seeing where he was at. But Levi was a bit of a new one because I haven't got to race with him much in front of me, so. Or even in amateur, I didn't get to race so much, and also it's kind of first time getting to see how he races. But I had probably 4 or so laps when I tried to see if I could break him, because sometimes once you get that second, maybe they start to try harder and they make a few more mistakes. But realistically, I'm pretty sure he ended up dropping it even more and end up pulling out. So I'm like, oh damn it! So I end up just going right here. I just gotta keep with second here and just make sure I get another good start in the second one. Hopefully either get off a win or something like that. But He ended up pulling a hole shot, and I'm like, oh gosh, this is gonna be a fun one trying to get around him. But yeah, it was awesome. It's awesome to come by and you hear the crowd; they're just going nuts. So it was good. Makes you feel welcome and loved. So it's cool. But it was a good race. First one, I was really kind of frustrated myself just with my start. Didn't give myself a good opportunity to be where I wanted to be. So second one, I just went pretty much like, screw it. I'm just gonna hold it wide. And I can't get any worse off the gate, so and it worked out really well. So it turned out to be a pretty good. Turned it around.
All right, yeah, it was a good day. That first moto was unreal. I just knew that, these first 2 rounds I've been coming from the back, so I knew I needed to get a good start, and ended up ripping the Holy, and seen Jett and J Coop behind me, and I just tried to hit my marks, and we honestly kind of, like Jett said, we kind of just maintained, and everybody was going fast, but I don't know, it was hard to make up time on this track today, and I really noticed that in the second moto. I fell first lap, and I sprinted at the beginning, and to be honest, 15 minutes in, after I got around Joe, I was pretty done. I had to work really hard for that one, so all in all, it was an amazing day, and I look forward to doing it again for sure. Yeah, no, I seen, to be honest, once my mechanic told me I was in 5th, I thought I was 4th overall on the day, and I was like, J Coop's a ways out, and I was pretty bummed. And then he on 2 laps to go, he gave me podium on the pit board, and it fired me up. So I was like, I'm not letting Joe get me, and I'm just gonna dig till the end.
Okay, we are back here. This is an amazing reclamation project what we've done to this man's life. He was once known as Dark Side. He has a podcast. Is it called the Pony Pod or no?
No, there's no such thing.
What is it called?
The Moto X Pod Show.
Okay, now he used to have long hair, and we cut his hair at a Minneapolis Supercross live show, and since then he's picked up a brand new YZ250, got to hang out with Chris Kiefer and learn the ropes of the high des, and he's such a respectable member of the media, we decided to bring him on our very high-class show. So, media member Jamie, not Dark Side, tell me what you learned today at first of all, the press conference. What was the vibe over there?
It was awkward.
Okay.
Yeah, a little awkward. The press conferences are a little different now without you hosting. But the Kenny thing that you talked about a little while ago, so I asked him about that. Like, I said, I didn't really expect you to do as well as you did today. This was the first race with some weather, some humidity, or not humidity, but heat and elevation.
Yep.
And he's like, his quote was, "Don't doubt me. Should never doubt me." And I said, well, I won't again. You talked about his post he made a couple years ago in press conferences. He was like, it is what it is. I'm just going to do it. And now he's like, F that, don't doubt me. Yeah. And I feel like something has shifted, and I was very impressed today.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You can't fault him right now. He held off Tomac. What was Sexton's response?
Well, I saw Sexton behind the podium, and then I saw him, he tried to mask it a little bit, but he was so devastated. But he said he can take some positives away. He feels like he's riding better. Mentally, he's not making so many mistakes, even though he kind of disproved that today. But he knew what the mistake was, and he feels like he's in a better headspace. He was bummed. You could see it in his face, but he's trying to find the positives.
Well, it's possible to do that because he got 4th in Moto 1. He outrode everybody in Moto 2. So there's something to be said for that.
That's what he said. He said, I feel like I'm one of the fastest guys. And, that's in his head now. So I think it's just going to get better. And he said, I made my mistake. No more.
Give me the atmosphere when Eli Tomac was on a charge. You were outside. I'm in a TV truck. I could barely hear it. What is it like when he starts going?
The crowd was insane. Like Denver, right? Yeah. Denver, Supercross, same thing, man. People were going nuts. And that was such a good battle. I even asked about that. I was like, okay, into the second moto, you and Kenny are going at it. You're exhausted, probably like ready for this to be over. But like, can you still find the fun in the chess match of that battle you're having? And Eli's like, well, yeah, it was still fun. He said, these guys I'm racing with now, you trust them. They're not going to do anything dumb. And so he said he still had fun, but yeah, the crowd was going insane for him. And then I guess he smoked his brakes, and that was what he had to drop back. He just lost brakes. So, the crowd was kind of bummed at that point, but, another mechanical.
Glad we got press conferences, and glad we got you, because we just learned something there.
I'm here for you.
Because he did drop back the last 2 laps. Yeah. One quick thing on the 250 class. Levi Kitchen, bro.
I think that's the power of the Moto X Pod show and the Pulp show. He was on Pulp last week, Moto X Pod show the week before. Okay. I really think that's all it is. If you come on the show, you're going to win a moto.
Let it be known, riders. Yeah. Not the Pony Pod, Moto X Pod.
Moto X Pod show. But no, Levi was really stoked, and Jett gave him a huge compliment on the podium in the press conference that I thought I was going to be able to get to him and break him. And he said I couldn't break him. He actually took off on me and was doing better. So, and Levi's like, yeah, now I know how those guys, what that speed is and how to do that again. And I think we're going to see more out of him for that. He seemed very confident.
score another hit for the monster Yamaha Star Racing team. And Justin Cooper, solid day today, as always. And Hunter Lawrence also proving if he could just get a start, he could win motos. He literally did that. And we got some other riders that were off the podium today that we'll talk to in the post-race media corral. So here's some more info.
Thunder Valley 2022 was a rough day. I had some crashes first and second moto that put me back. I didn't get the starts I needed, wasn't up there. Was just fighting back from the pretty much back of the pack the whole day. And overall, just not a good day. I'm pretty bummed on it. First moto had a couple of bike issues too, so that sent me back. And then second moto, yeah, I fell first, second lap, and then just couldn't get my flow going after that. So, I mean, it's a day to put behind us for sure. I'm not stoked on it, but I mean, you're going to have those days, so I'm just hoping that we could rebound next weekend.
Day was up and down. 9:13 on the day, which happy with the first moto, not happy with the second moto. But yeah, practice was, I was kind of off in practice, just struggling on this track with the altitude, and like everything was just coming at me quick. The bike was slow, and it kind of just caught me off guard, and I put practice behind me. And yeah, Moto 1, I think I started 5th, and I was going for a little bit there. I was making everyone, you know, fight to get by me. So yeah, ended up P9, which I was happy about. And then yeah, I just made a pretty big, dumb bike change for the second moto, and yeah, we went backwards big. So that's on me, and you know, I'm searching for everything, and unfortunately, it just doesn't go my way sometimes. But 9:13 for P10 overall, another top 10, just my third race. So yeah, dude, I'm happy. You know, taking the positives, moving on to round 4, and we're healthy. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm having such a blast, dude. Like, I've been dreaming of this since I started riding and racing, and just being out here with the big dogs. I mean, I'm 9-time champ behind you, Caroli, and just badass guys. So yeah, it's definitely surreal, and yeah, traveling the country, just doing what you love, like you can't beat it, right? So even though you can get down on yourself, but yeah, just like I said, keep my head up, taking the positives, and we're rolling, baby.
No, the day was good for sure. We are improving. I see every weekend we are seeing some big improvements, and I mean I struggle a little bit on the here because on the altitude I have not the condition I want to you know. So even it gets worse when you're in altitude, you know, if you're not trained, and also with a little bit of asthma, I struggle the first part of the race a lot with breathing, and after, since you know my heart rate settled down, I can start breathing again good and try to be on the pace. I was super happy, you know, about the racing, especially second moto. The track gets rough, and I felt I could follow Eli for a couple of laps, and I see that we are catching, you know, to the guys in front a little bit. But then a couple of lappers, and my condition being not so good, I had to change a lot of lines, you know, to try to stick with him, and you know, to go around lappers. And yeah, I lost the train, and after that I said, okay, fourth is good enough, and we are leaving here with a good result, so we're really happy.
How was your day?
It was all right. Better first moto. The first 2 races have been difficult, just not well prepared, and struggling a little bit. But all in all, today, positive first moto. Second moto, struggled a little bit, but still a little better. Results obviously aren't where I want them, but just going to keep plugging along. Got a lot more races to go, so I'm not happy where I'm at, but some good stuff happening today. So all in all, I'll take it and move forward and keep on shredding.
It was all right. Overall wise was the same as last weekend, but riding wise was a lot better. First moto didn't get a very good start, but made some moves and ran up onto the back of Dungey right there at the end, and it was Caroli, Barsha, Dungey, and then me literally within probably 2 or 3 seconds. So we had a nice little battle the first one, and then the second one just better start, but the first 2-3 laps for me was honestly bad. Kind of shuffled back, and then just really struggled to find a rhythm. Kind of got into a battle with Barsha back and forth, and just couldn't get clean air. And this track was one of those tracks where I think clean air was a big advantage. So all in all, made improvements, and we'll go back to work.
My day was like pretty decent. My first moto kind of was just running up in third. I got passed by Eli. Then was trying to make a charge up on Kenny and wasn't able to make it happen. The second moto, I was up front. I was in third, and I had a tip over and was only able to get back to 6th. So I think I went 3.6 for fourth or something, so not a bad day.
Day was all right. First moto was pretty good. Got a decent start, worked my way up to fifth, or actually fourth, and then dropped back to fifth, but still a solid moto. And then second one had a good start, was in fourth, and unfortunately in the first lap, me and Thrasher got together, and both went down. So I haven't seen it yet, but I didn't, I think it's just a racing incident, and it was a bummer. My bike was a bit mangled up, and luckily the mechanics area was right there, so I pulled in. Gas cap was a little messed up, replaced that, and then just got on my way and charged back to, I think, 15th, so I think 5:15 for 9th overall. So it is what it is. Just got the laps in and keep learning, keep improving. The track was gnarly today, so I learned a lot.
Okay, so last week I threw down the challenge to get the fans back on the best post show ever, brought to you by Twisted Tea, and it's not my only fans, but it's my only fans. 4 of them showed up. We saw these guys at dinner last night. They wanted to come. They're hanging out here at 7:30. And you had not been to a national, you said, in
21 years. 21 years, Washougal 01.
Why here? Why now?
My son's looking into the Air Force Academy, so we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, come up here.
Okay, so what do you got planned?
Being some sort of engineer, either mechanical or petroleum.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Now, you guys all do some dirt bike riding too, right?
Yes, we do ride in AMRA Racing down there in Arizona.
I mean, you got team shirts and everything. You're looking good.
Yeah, we try to look like a team. Keeps the kids out of trouble.
Now, I saw you this morning, and you said we might not be able to make it all the way to 7:30 because we have an 80-year-old in our group. No problems. You're here. No, don't fall asleep now. You hung out all day.
I'm doing great. Love it.
That's great. We'll get some Twisted Teas. Take the edge off. What's everybody's name here?
Travis Boyd.
Judy Boyd.
Kirk Boyd.
Chase Boyd.
We're making stars out of people. Come join us. Be about 6:30 at High Point next weekend in Pennsylvania. Get twisted on our Twisted Tea Best Post Show ever. Thanks for watching.